The constellation Orion contains two of the brightest stars in the night sky, but many look to the three at its belt, Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, and use them as wayfinding to other stars and constellations like Sirius or Taurus. Those three stars are actually 10. They're multi-star systems, at least two of them are. But we turn our attention not to the heavens, but to this track that is shaped like the hunter himself. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, and for the first time we come to the home of the indigo stars, the Orion's Belt Circuit. We saw some great racing in the 3-lap shootout yesterday in Q2, but we saw some surprises first in Q1. Up at the front of the pack, will Red Eye, our pole sitter, be the hunted, or will somebody from farther back in the pack be the hunter? Well, as we get ready for the race, we want you to get ready to race Jelle's way at home. The Hyperloop set is available. You're running out of time for the holidays. It's going to be here really quick. But in the glow that is the cold winter time, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, keep warm inside by heating up to some marble racing. All 32 of your favorite teams included in the collector set. Many ways to race. Check it out, yellowsmarbleruns.com. Let's run through the starting grid at the back. Yellow, next to Clementon, Radiance, and Sheep. Diamond and Pinky Panther in 16th and 15th. Indy for the Indigo Stars with a lot of hopes resting on that marble alongside Smoggy. Snowy and Quasar. Stinger and Ruzzy bring us inside the top 10. Billy for the Green Ducks and Mimo, who put in a very good lap, as did Amaya, but couldn't turn it into a pole position. Next to Nerid, Speedy and Cerulean in row 2. And up front, it is Glimmer starting next to pole sitter Red Eye, who was sitting in 3rd and 4th spot halfway through the final lap before acing the banking and taking pole once again. Red Eye trying to assume the lead of the championship now that all of these marbles will have raced 3 times. And we're rolling, and it's a bad start for Red Eye. He got hung up on the starting gate briefly. Oh, and Red Eye's still up there. Red Eye is stuck. Oh my goodness, drama in the championship for what seemed like an easy win. Red Eye is stuck higher up on the course trying to get going, and if not, we're going to have a safety marble. It's a virtual safety marble right now. Not really sure what caused that marble to stop, but Red Eye is not very happy. Let's see, the field will probably sweep that marble away. Yes, indeed, we are back to green again. Pleading for that safety marble so that they did not lose a lap. But instead, it is Speedy who leads this Grand Prix. A huge opportunity opened. Glimmer in 2nd place, Sheep has come up to 3rd, Mimo 4th, Indy from Indigo Stars up to 5th. In all of the chaos of the first lap, so many big movers. The fastest lap goes to Speedy, 23.42, but it's a challenge right away coming off the conveyor belt, and Speedy does not handle it well. Drops back to 6th. Sheep takes the lead, but is struggling through the banking here. Glimmer drafts around the outside, has a much easier time. That banking can really make or break your lap. Smoggy in 3rd, Indy in 4th, now loses a spot as Mimo gains 2. Billy, Amaya, Quasar, and Pinky Panther rounding out the top 10. Glimmer and Sheep watching each other as they come out of that very slow hairpin that starts this lap. Speed builds up, and then they enter this banking, which you cannot take too haphazardly or too cautiously. Sheep goes around the outside and takes the lead from Glimmer. Now moves to the outside, contact between them. Glimmer looks to the inside, but has to stay in 2nd place as they come across the line, up the conveyor belt. Red Eye is mired in the pack, 1 lap down. You can see Red Eye in the midst of right there in that pack. Up front, Sheep is having an easy time. Smoggy in 2nd is getting closer. There goes Glimmer, who had lost the position to Smoggy. Retakes 2nd place. Now immediately goes on the defensive. Mimo is battling with Billy. Speedy is also right in that mix. Then it's a little gap back to a big pack in the middle of the field. Coming up the conveyor belt one more time. Let's see how they stretch out. They're getting the handle on how to release from the conveyor belt, but the top 3 have come together. Smoggy got the lead and is now being cheered on the radio. Sheep and Glimmer bounding up and down the curbs, overtaking each other. And now Billy puts the elbows out and gets by into third, wanting to hold on to a podium that they were not expecting to have an opportunity to get. New fastest lap now goes to Smoggy from the Hazers at a 22.96. Smoggy's lead, just under a second and a half. Speedy getting passed by Sheep as they come down through the S's. Into the banking. A little hop. Coming off of it was Glimmer. Exiting into the second half of this course. It really builds up speed after you exit turn 11 through 12, 13, 14, and then that slight kink right there through 15 as you see in the center of your screen. Smoggy's lead is looking pretty stable here. Still maintains fastest lap. If anything, the lead has grown. Billy, Sheep, Cerulean, and Indy are very close together. The Indigo Stars fans are happy with a top 10 finish, but they would love a top 5. That would be huge for Indy. Given how the season has gone so far, it's been up and down. But after 2 weekends off, Indy is ready to come back, rested, and hoping to mount a challenge as this race enters its second half. Looking farther down the order from Smoggy, it is Glimmer. Sheep in a battle right there. They briefly went side by side through the banking. That got Sheep out of sorts and let Billy by into third. Indy is in fifth. Nereid, Snowstorm, Speedy has fallen to eighth. Cerulean and Diamond. Then it's Quasar, Pinky Panther, Radiance, Amaya, Ruzzy, Clementon in a battle there, along with Stinger, Nemo, Yellow, and then Red Eye is a lap down. Still in the mix, however, but is getting out of the way and letting most of the marbles pass. Does not want to interfere with this race, is settled into the fact that nothing can change what happened at the start. I'm sure we'll get a replay of it as well to try to analyze, but it looked like they just got caught coming off of the start line. Now with just a few laps to go, Smoggy's lead, about what it has been, very managed in this pace. Glimmer is in second with a bit of padding over Billy. Indy has moved up into fourth. Let's see if Sheep will let that marble get off into the distance and challenge for a podium. Taking a look at Ruzzy at the back of the field. The last marble on the lead lap. And Red Eye has just retaken fastest lap. Stolen it away from Smoggy, 22.62. And they let Smoggy know on the radio, letting them know gap behind is about 7/10. Smoggy wants that fastest lap back. I think the team is more content just to drive safe and get the win. Smoggy's lead, 2 seconds, almost even. Glimmer also being told, no heroics, just bring it home. Glimmer really wants to get up there for the win. They do not want to see that marble race with reckless abandon because it's opening the door to Billy. Red Eye is now making a move with some newfound speed. But let's see if it ends up getting anybody out of sorts in the final stages of this race. Billy did not lose any positions, but Speedy has come up through the order, is now in fourth. Gotten in front of Indy, whose chances for a podium, it seems like, have all but disappeared. Smoggy through the S's for the final time. Our first time here at Orion's belt. Glimmer in second. A gap back to Billy, who now has Red Eye in between Glimmer and Billy. Smoggy out of the final turns. Will slide on through and take the win at Orion's belt. Red Eye still not happy that nobody got penalized or even investigated for the start. Got fastest lap, but finished in last. Smoggy leading the championship now, told over the radio. Let's see, what happened there? I think the incident had really already happened at that point. Marble of the day is Smoggy. You can see at the start, look at how far back in the pack Smoggy was, but right there making 2-3 positions up in consecutive corners. Well, it was not a wire-to-wire for Smoggy. That marble had to work for it. Here in the banking, gaining spots. Excellent launches off the conveyor belt. Race management. That was superb. Well, Smoggy had also been off for 2 weekends in a row after a second and a third place finish in rounds 2 and 3 of the championship. But with that disaster for Red Eye, who had been all but expected to take the championship lead away from Jelle, now that all marbles have raced 3 times, 2 wins in 2 races. Instead, it turns into a 20th place. Hazers are thrilled. That should also help them in the team championship as well. They've been sitting in second, but they scored a 0 last round. It was a 2-second win, starting from 13th on the grid. How about Indy coming up from 14th? Wolfpack came up from 17th. Crazy Cat's Eyes do still hold the lead right now, thanks in part because of the pole position that got 3 points, plus the 1 for fastest lap, nets them 4 on the weekend. Hazers still holding in second, though. And Smoggy has officially jumped Red Eye by 6 points, and now has a full palette of color medals from standing atop each step of the podium. Oh, we've got some orange down there. That means they can no longer win the Marbula One championship, but they can still podium. Looks pretty dire for Jelle, Clementon, and both of Team Momo. Well, we're in the second half of the Marbula One season. The script is coming into focus just before we head into the mist.